Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wayward Dice. We're back from our small intermission between the last session, and now we're going to be working on our Dragon Heist Session 0, setting up our characters, rolling them, random ginning them. I'm Kale, the host, and with me we have...
Zach. Not really playing anybody specifically right now, but that's about it.
Session 0.
Yeah, Session 0.
And I'm Nathan, and I will... For starters, I will be the Dungeon Master. Our Friday night group has been going on for a long time. I think for at least the last year. Actually, we've been gaming for a long time, several years. So Friday night is our main game night, and we decided with some alternative Saturday play that we could actually squeeze in a second night. So we're going to start doing Friday and Saturday nights. Friday night is very roleplay heavy, lighter on mechanics, and we're really exploring the environment that is in Dark Sun on Athos, which is fairly deadly. We lost our first character tonight in our previous session, so it's a double header. And so we decided for our second session on Saturdays to go ahead and try a different style of play, which will be more mechanical and more dungeon crawly, maybe more smaller segments instead of a long extended campaign with recurring characters, to maybe have a rotating cast, more like a TV show or like serial play, where life is cheap and the dungeons are deadly. So, all right. So, anyways, also I have most of my DM experience is in the Forgotten Realms. So, 5th edition D&D is set in the Forgotten Realms, kind of as a default setting, and I know it very well. And so we also have a new release from the D&D crew, which is Waterdeep Dragon Heist, set in the largest metropolis in Faerun, the main continent of the Forgotten Realms. And so Waterdeep is a metropolis. The Dragon Heist book, I've read the first few chapters. Looks pretty good. I don't think it's going to be extremely long. I think it's going to be one of the shorter adventures, but there's tons of resources in here. And there's kind of like 4 options for seasons. Like we can play in each of the 4 seasons. I'm kind of leaning more towards winter. It sounds kind of fun. And also in the back of the book, it has a map of Waterdeep. And on one side is the DM side, and on the other side is the player side. So there's the city of Waterdeep, and that comes with the book when you buy it.
We're not sponsored by D&D.
My main motivation for picking this up is not that I'm interested in a bank heist or a dragon heist. I'm not super interested in heists, but it got good reviews. The main thing I'm interested in is using Waterdeep as an adventuring hub, because you can pretty much get to anywhere in the realms from Waterdeep. And so it seems like the perfect location to set an adventure. I also have a lot of experience with Waterdeep. I actually have played and been a dungeon master in Waterdeep before. In 3rd edition, I have already purchased and read many times over the 3rd edition City of Splendor's Waterdeep source book, which has tons and tons of detail for how to run a campaign in Waterdeep. I also have Volo's Guide to Waterdeep. The new Dragon Heist book actually has a Volo's Guide to Waterdeep in the back of it, but there's actually a proper one that was written by Ed Greenwood, the inventor of the Forgotten Realms, and this was published back in 1992.
All right.
So we have Volo's Guide to Waterdeep, which is available and for sale in Waterdeep, so you can actually read this in an in-character fashion. Just some of the stuff is going to be a little out of date, because it's in game time. It was published a few decades ago, so it might be a little out of date. It's more of a collector's item. In 1994, they published Volo's Guide to the Sword Coast. Waterdeep is a port town on the Sword Coast. It's called the Sword Coast because of all the swords and bloodshed. Lots of pirates and that sort of thing. So it's dangerous. It includes Waterdeep. So we have some of these fun books from, like, gosh, how many years ago was that? I can't math.
What, 1992? 1992 would be actually 16 years ago.
Like
26
years.
Yeah. You got to carry. Yeah, that's what I said. I can't math.
I was born in 2001. I'm just used to the...
And also, because I was running a campaign. I've pretty cheaply picked up the box set from 2nd edition, Forgotten Realms City of Splendors for Advanced Dungeons and Dragons from 2nd edition. And also I think this is even a separate source book, Waterdeep in the North, which has kind of, you see these old folders? Mm-hmm. And the folders had maps, and then they had like these like, yeah, I have too many resources for Waterdeep, that's all I'm trying to say here.
Yes, if you notice, this is kind of his way of nerding out over his entire collection that he gets to share with no one. But here he is now, sharing it with someone who might care.
I've actually shared Waterdeep experiences with dozens of people.
Is that Xanathar?
That is the Xanathar.
Oh.
Well, hopefully let's turn those dozens into
And
more
also, well, I'm not sure if I want to spoil anything. So I have a couple printouts here, which are not important. So I think that book came with a map of Waterdeep.
which you have.
So that was just a separate resource. Then we have these maps of Waterdeep, because you can never have too many maps of Waterdeep. And the box set comes with a campaign guide at 128 pages for how to run a campaign in Waterdeep in 2nd edition. Adventures, an adventurer's guide to the city. So this is specifically for adventurers in the city of Waterdeep. How to be an adventurer. You'll notice there is a looks like a were-rat on the cover, maybe, or some kind of like were-jackal. Who's Who of Waterdeep, and also the box set maps. So we have even more maps of Waterdeep, and more maps of Waterdeep, and more maps of Waterdeep. Oh my gosh.
Is
So
that
we have
another
all the
map
maps.
of Waterdeep?
We also have the Secrets of Waterdeep, and we also have the Monster Manual inserts for 2nd edition for Waterdeep specific monsters.
And you'll never
So-
guess what else we have.
So if I had to say,
So we might not even adventure in Waterdeep, but if we do, we have all the things.
so if I had to say anything, I'd say this campaign's probably going to be taking place below the sea level.
Or below street level, because last but not least, I may have carefully cross-referenced. Zach, I may need your help here.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
This was done maybe like 6 or 7 years ago,
Oh.
but we had a very large adventuring location in the sewers of Waterdeep, which I have actually mapped out where the locations are on the surface. Yeah, this is full-on nerd mode. So.
You'll never guess what this is. It's another map of Waterdeep.
Yes, and it's got the sewers overlaid in red. Yeah, it's all there. So lots of places to go. In November, Wizards of the Coast is publishing the Undermountain. Undermountain is like a massive mega dungeon of many levels created by a crazy wizard. And he made this dungeon. I'm not even sure why, but I've always wanted to run it, and now they're releasing it for 5th edition. It's been released in 3rd edition, 2nd edition, I'm pretty sure, and they're re-releasing it. They may even done a 4th edition one. Anyways, I've always wanted to run it, and now I get to. That's happening in November. We want to do dungeon crawls. We're going to start our dungeon crawl with the dungeon to end all dungeons, Undermountain, which is underneath Mount Waterdeep, I think. So it's like, yeah, we can't miss it.
It must be somewhere on the map.
Yes. Actually, the entrance is well known. There is a famous tavern called the Yawning Portal. And one of the books is called Tales of the Yawning Portal, which I would show you, except that our missing character or player, Ethan, has borrowed it to run his own game out of. So
We don't blame them.
Yeah. So in November we will start playing the Undermountain game, and which means we've got about 2 months to play through and demolish the Dragon Heist adventure. Hopefully we demolish most of the player characters, though.
All right. So I guess we should probably go and just start creating our characters now. Correct, Nathan?
Yes, so to do that, we are going to be relying fairly heavily on randomization and a little bit more sandbox play. We might randomly design dungeons. I think there's random elements in Undermountain. I also have a plethora of things to pull from for dungeons and so on. We also may take turns swapping DM roles, so I might play some characters while someone else plays Dungeon Master. We may try our hand again at Dungeon Master free play, where we all play characters without a Dungeon Master. Our first attempt did not go very well. In the Forgotten Realms, unlike Dark Sun, there are gods. I have a whole book of gods here. We have the 5th edition book on gods. We also have the guides to the factions of Faerun. So let's just quickly review those as part of our setting background. They simplified some of the groups. There's 5 main factions. The first is the Harpers, which is a good aligned group. Second is the Order of the Gauntlet, which is like kind of like a knightly order. We have the Emerald Enclave, which are like the tree lovers, huggers.
Hippies.
Then we have the Lord's Alliance, which is kind of more lawful in nature and made up of protecting the governments of the cities in the realms. And then finally we have the Evils and Tarim faction, which is all about money and power plays. So those are the 5 main factions. You can download all these resources or just view them online from Wizards of the Coast. And Kale, you wanted to see those.
Yes.
All right, and so finally, let's get into our random character generation. So I have taken the 3rd edition Dungeon Master's Guide and stolen the random NPC generation material, which there's some in the current 5th edition Dungeon Master's Guide, but that's more like dealing with characteristics. This actually helps you generate race, class, and alignment. So you start off rolling for along the good evil spectrum, or the good, evil, and neutral, and then from that you roll for class, and then you, depending on the alignment, you roll on the class percentile dice to come up with the race. I also have a non-player compendium from Kickstarter. My brother brought this up to me on his podcast, and so it's been really useful. It has a random name generation, professions, personalities, quirks, traits, goals, secrets, all kinds of interesting things. And just to try it out before our session tonight this week, I very quickly came up with 12 random player characters. Should I just go ahead and introduce them really quick?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, I
Okay.
probably.
So, and all the names are randomly generated by rolling chunks of names. It's very interesting. I love the names, so I'm just going to introduce them now. Gutjack's Arsban is a neutral male half-orc fighter. He's a minor engineer, kind of by trade, and married to Tanda Mindlay, who's a lawful neutral human monk, female. So we have this weird monk-fighter relationship between a half-orc and human. They make babies together. All right.
Are any of the characters here babies of
They
these two?
fathered a young girl. She is also a half-orc after her father's blood. Her name is Rue, and she is nothing like her mother. She's more like her father. In fact, she's gone rogue. She's an assassin. She's chaotic evil. She's also got really high stats, because I randomly rolled stats. 4 dice 6 dropped the lowest score, and she's got 2 18s. She's going to be a killer. Her name is Rue, and you will rue the day you cross her. It's kind of like her tagline. And the 4th character in this little happy family is another monk. I rolled a hobgoblin monk named Pico Ro. He's lawful evil. He's kind of like a beggar, and trying to overcome his past history as a hobgoblin. He's been ostracized from society. And he has been taken on the wing of Tanda, the other monk, so she kind of like vouches for him. So those are 4 randomly generated PCs. I've got a bunch of other information about them that will come up later, assuming they don't die young. We've got Lumiana Endendelen, who's a human wizard. She is kind of like your typical alchemist sage, and she's got she's kind of fallen on hard times, I think.
Yeah.
And then we've got one of, I think what will be one of our main PCs, Alton T. Gerasi. He is a rogue.
Like the name.
He is going to fill in as kind of like a mob boss, he's kind of like a mobster style
yeah.
guy. He's going to be really interesting in the city. So we'll tell more about him later. He was a war brother. He has history with our first dwarf character, Luckface. That's her nickname. It's not her real name. She is a female dwarf fighter. She was imprisoned for treason and tortured, and her skin was flayed, and she practically died. I rolled extremely low stats for her. She's got a 4 charisma and a 5 wisdom.
So pretty much the ugliest and worst common sense of anyone you can probably imagine.
Yeah, she's just happy to be alive. She's also forgotten most things.
And she's our bouncer, correct?
No spoilers. We
No.
haven't even talked about the setting.
Oh yeah.
She
Whoops.
bounces balls.
There you
All
go.
right.
That's
So
what she
we have
does.
another dwarf. He is a cleric. He's good aligned. His name is Odegan Firetusk, and he has tusks woven into his beard from a boar he slew.
Uh-huh.
So that's the Firetusk nickname. He's also a noble. He's a dwarf noble. So he's actually Prince Odegan. At one point, he was betrothed to Luckface before she was imprisoned and earned her stripes, so to speak. So he's kind of like dealing with like having her back in his life now that she's no longer imprisoned, and she's totally a shell of her former self. So he's got kind of like a tragedy going here. Next up, who do we have? Melanie Denariel. She's a sailor. She's a half-elf rogue. Kind of like a free spirit. We also have Jose. I said that kind of French. He's more Chinese.
Jouzwa. Oh, never mind.
Juzi.
And
And he is a human ranger. He's from Karatur, which is like the Chinese type of lands he's from a faraway place. On the opposite side of the continent, across the other side of the world. He's down here, Juzi. And also the nickname for them is the Shu, but he's basically got Chinese features or Oriental features. And he is a ranger and kind of like an herbal doctor kind of type.
Okay.
And he's on the run. We'll explain why later. Next up, we have Lakalin. Lakalin is an ASMR paladin, and she is probably going to be one of the main PCs played by.
I'm probably gonna play my first paladin ever as an ASMR paladin.
Yeah. And finally, we have, last but not least, Malthur Jatarji, a human wizard. He's small, and he's got political ambitions, and he's mega complicated. Zach, I think this guy falls in your lap. He's going to have a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing, which we're not going to spoil tonight, I don't think.
No, it's gonna be good when it happens though.
But tomorrow you're gonna find out.
Yeah, tomorrow night we're going to drop all the bombs. Okay.
Not literally, this
and
is like
finally-
the medieval era.
Oh man, and Zach is drawing his portrait. So
Yeah,
what we have here
happy.
is in 5th edition character sheets. There is a alternative character sheet which I like really well, and it kind of shuffles around the skills and just gives you a little bit more space for things. But there's also an alternative character sheet, Alternative 2. So if you download the character sheets from Wizards of the Coast, the 5th edition D&D character sheets have like a whole zip file. Well, Alternative 2 is this flashback to the D&D Next playtest. So between 4th and 5th edition, there's a playtest, which I think is why 5th edition is so awesome. It was heavily playtested, and so one of the character sheets, they iterated off of that, and it has this interesting... I don't know. It's got some things I don't like about it, but I wanted a character sheet where I could fit everything onto one piece of paper.
Yes, it's very, very condensed, which is much, much nicer.
The disadvantage is there's not much space for everything, but it works. We're going to have lots of player characters rolling through. We're taking inspiration from the old D&D games from the 90s, Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, Planescape, where as a computer gamer, you would play a party of PCs. And I usually would latch on to one of the PCs as my own. I think in Baldur's Gate, you even made a protagonist, and then you had party members that joined you. So I think each of our players will probably have like their own protagonist, but they'll kind of be like issuing orders to the party of what everyone's doing. And then depending on the social interactions between the other player NPCs or PCs, the other party members, they may or may not follow instructions exactly as planned. We may do some rolling and let the dice decide if they go along and comply, which was one of the themes of Baldur's Gate. One of the things I loved about it is sometimes the party members would get pissed and leave the party or attack you. So there's all that happening. And in 2nd edition D&D, in Dungeon Crawls, you would sometimes go on an expedition with 10, 20, 30 player characters. And as the initial wave of PCs all succumbed to the dungeon and died, you would go in with a wave 2 and a wave 3. And so you kind of had like backup characters. So that's kind of something we're going to try and implement for Undermountain. So with Dragon Heist, we're going to enjoy the adventure, get our adventuring hub sorted out, and we will continue randomly generating player characters. If you have ideas for player characters you would like us to randomly generate and iterate off of your ideas, shoot an email to waywarddicerpt@gmail.com.
waywarddicerpt@gmail, and that's also down on the lower panels of the channel. You can take a look at that and send us an email. Just honestly, you can say anything. Preferably, like character ideas.
No, we're not at school anymore.
No.
So.
We
do want to keep it clean. So
Yes.
relatively.
But if you guys have any kind of comments, even just about the entire show, you can shoot us an email, whether it be Friday or Saturday. But character ideas, just make sure that the subject is labeled something such.
So obviously Zach is playing a cannibalistic type of halfling barbarian. I think the main thing we're trying to avoid is explicit things that are like, we're trying to avoid abusive things, like we're trying to avoid topics like sexual abuse and like just anything abusive. I think we're just gonna try and not be fully explicit, because sometimes people get weird in D&D and we're just not into that. We like our weirdness to be like less weird.
A skeletal
I don't
bird.
know. We have our own
skeletal bird, kind of weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways,
Character
so
creation.
all right, and I think Zach is going to take off here in the next 10 minutes or so. So do you want to try randomly generating things, and you can just kind of save your drawing for
Sure,
tomorrow?
we could roll with you, honestly. That would help a lot.
No, we'll do his, and then he can take off, and then we'll do yours.
It's got to be me rolling, otherwise it's not on
let's
us.
just move
Here,
him
if
out
you
of
would
the way.
like, Zach, while you roll, I could write down the stuff really quickly, so you could just roll up and keep it in your mind.
I like my
I'll
handwriting.
take over.
Okay.
So I'll help him do this, and then you kind of watch the next one.
28. So it's gonna be
Okay,
neutral.
Okay.
hold on.
Yeah.
You're jumping ahead.
I am jumping ahead.
You have 28 as your first roll?
Yep.
Okay, so on your character sheet, your random gen sheet at the top, write 1 to 30. So this is on a D100 roll. 1 to 30 will be evil.
Oh, he has it right there. It's all right here.
No, it's not.
No.
Oh.
You can
Okay.
do this as well, okay? I'm just going to
No,
give
I see
you some
what you're saying.
instructions. 1 to 30 is evil. 31 to 70 is neutral. And 71 to 100 is good, which gives you a 40% chance of a neutral PC and a 30% chance of either good or evil. So just slightly biased towards neutral. The 3rd edition one heavily biases towards evil, with a 50% chance of evil, 30% chance of neutral, and 20% chance for good. But that's for NPCs. I think they just want antagonistic NPCs, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
You could also put lawful, neutral, and chaotic off to the side of that, but I think we're actually just going to pick the chaotic versus lawful stuff, but you could do that as well. So, also, there are no warlocks in the 3rd edition table, and warlocks are going to have like pacts with devils and that sort of thing. So under the evil category, where it says 16 to 35, just circle that, and I've just penciled in warlock next to cleric. They have a 20% chance of evil clerics. We're going to drop that to 10% chance of evil clerics and 10% chance of warlocks. Just put warlock on that line and circle 16 to 35, Kale.
Okay.
And the evil, evil.
Yeah, evil. Yeah.
16 to 35.
Yep.
If you roll 16 to 35, Kale.
Yeah, that's what I'm writing
Just
up
put
here.
warlock in there. Will you pass it?
Yeah.
You can see it.
Sure.
All right, so you roll a 28.
Yeah, I gotcha.
You've rolled
For evil, I think.
evil. Okay, so just on the alignment, we'll just put an E, and we'll figure out the rest in a moment. Roll again.
Yeah.
3. So under the evil tab, what is the class?
That would be a barbarian.
Another barbarian.
Yeah.
Right, so then put that in your class. So you've got an evil barbarian. I could tell this guy's ready to be chaotic evil.
God.
Yeah, so just change it. We've got a chaotic evil barbarian for our first random gen. Alright, and then this is good. This is neutral. And then here we have evil. 36. So find barbarian, go down to 36 for the race.
Human.
Alright.
No? Yeah, human. Okay.
Alright, so this could be human. Let's figure out what kind of human is this human.
That is the important part, isn't it?
I think it's a dice ace roll on this. So going into the player's handbook, humans have sub races. Like, for example, our ranger is a Shu, which is like the Chinese style. Go ahead and roll dice 8.
1. We
So
get
the
to
first option is Kalashite. So the Kalashite is like the Persian, Asian, like you asked about Aladdin earlier.
Yeah.
So Kalashites are like, so we need kind of like an Arabic sounding name, such as Hasid, not like Muhammad or anything, but like that's the kind of name or theme. We will actually roll the names.
Okay.
So we don't even need to use the random gen thing. We will actually use your dice.
100 or 20s. So we do both.
Hundreds.
100.
Yeah,
Alright.
so we'll do percent on dice.
37.
So we've got multiple prefixes here. I'll let you see it. We've got lie, arse, and ave.
With the A.
Schwa, za. Ooh, I like za. I'm going to do
Yeah.
za.
Aveza.
ZA. Alright, and then. Whoa, wait. No.
Yeah?
Sorry. We're picking the first two letters.
Oh.
Here.
I see.
Hold on, don't write anything down yet. We actually will, this will take a minute, and you might need some scratch paper.
Yeah.
So put ZA, and then roll again. So you actually roll 3 times. 8. We have Zarvai, Zaba, Zana. You want to do NA or BA next? Or
Or Zana.
okay, and then roll again for the suffix, the ending of the name.
50? Or 60?
50.
50, okay.
R or Xanar? You like Xanar?
I like Xanar. What else is there?
TA? Xanata?
No. So
That's
many
too
A's.
much like Xana. You want to do Xanar?
Yeah, I'll do Xanar.
This is a random gen barbarian. Wait, he's a barbarian from Kalish.
This is a train wreck.
Yeah, so random gen success. Alright, let's roll stats.
Yeah.
And these you can just write down on your pad there. You're going to roll 4 dice 6, drop the lowest. 10.
Yep.
And then let's go a little bit more rolly action here.
Drop the 1.
11.
So, yeah, 11.
Oh man.
Not too shabby.
10. So we've got 10, 11, and 10. You're going to need at least one high roll, hopefully. There we go, 15. 9.
Oof.
11. That's it on stats. So we have one high stat. Also add 1. He's human, so add 1 to all those numbers. So off to the right, just just add 1 to everything there. So strength should be your high ones. So your strength will be 16. Down below, in the middle, bottom of your circle.
Yeah, there we go.
And so 16. The modifier will be +3. Next, your Constitution should probably be 12.
Yeah.
And that'll be a +1. And
Intelligence should be the low one.
let's see. When his unarmored defense is Dexterity plus Con, so let's make his Dexterity 12.
I already did that.
Oh, okay, so +1.
miswrote. So yeah, there we go.
Okay, and then Intelligence.
Let's make that the 9.
Well,
the
the 9
10.
had a +1, so it'll be 10.
Yeah.
So he's just got basic human intelligence. He's actually smart for barbarian. So that'll be +0.
Right.
And then the Charisma and Wisdom will each be 11, which is also +0.
Such action filled.
Wow, so this guy is
Stuff.
just strong, and that's about the only thing he's got going for him.
Yeah. He's also Xanar. That's about it.
Okay, and then under experience, let's put on the right-hand side of the experience here,
Okay.
2,700. And on the right-hand side, 6,500. And in the middle circle there, level 3 start.
Sweet.
We're hoping for a little bit high level adventure. Also, most of the archetypes require level 2 or usually 3 start. So we're going to start level 3 and just go guns blazing and have a fairly fast level progression. Alright, so for your class features, we've got Rage, and then Unarmored.
3 of those, right?
2.
2.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, sorry, 3rd level you have 3.
Alright.
Unarmored Defense.
That's done here, isn't it?
No, we're just writing down features at this point.
Oh, alright.
Unarmored Defense. Reckless Attack. Danger Sense. And then we need to pick a Primal Path. So there's some primal paths for the archetypes here, and we have a couple options. We have a dwarf battle rager, so that's not an option. 'Cause you're not a dwarf. And then in Xanathar's Guide to Everything,
It's like page 10.
it's like
of
right away at
Barbarians.
the beginning. We have Path of Ancestral Guardian, which you're already playing, so
Yeah.
that's out. Path of the Storm Herald. We could do like a storm,
Or the
theme.
Zealot, because chaotic people.
or we could go Path of the Berserker or Path of the Totem Warrior.
Which one's Berserker?
Berserker gets frenzy. He's just kind of like a traditional one. I think we should go Path of the Totem Warrior, and you kind of take the theme of like maybe like the eagle. I think that would fit.
Yeah, definitely with the culture here.
It would fit the culture, I think.
The Kalashite.
So put Path of the Totem Warrior, or just put Totem Warrior, however you want to do it.
What page is that?
50.
All
The
right.
Player's Handbook. And you get a thing called a totem animal, which is the eagle. And at level 3, when you're not wearing heavy armor and you're raging, other creatures get disadvantage on opportunity attacks against you. You can use a dash action as a bonus action, and you basically can maneuver through. You can dash around as a bonus action, so you're very maneuverable. And as you're drawing out attacks of opportunity, those are all made at disadvantage when you're raging. So you're kind of like really fast striker.
So kind of like the barbarian equivalent of like a Hashashin kind of character.
Yeah, sure. And so your rage, you go into like some sort of like slaying mode or something, where you kind of like you just focus in on like your mission or whatever you're doing, but not necessarily in full control of your mental faculties.
I like it.
You're like you've got your. I'm thinking of like
He's dedicated to the mission.
Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
A long time ago.
Well, she basically goes. You get like the music, and she kind of goes into like this focused state. I don't know. Anyways.
Yeah. That's one of those things that like I watched when I was a child, so it's kind of vague memories, but I got the idea.
Oh man, you watched Kill Bill as a child?
My parents are movie aficionados, and
Awesome.
I'm not quite so much.
Well, I'm a Quentin Tarantino film junkie, so let's keep going. Grab a dice 12. Let's roll hit points. So you're gonna add 1 to your dice 12 roll.
It's a 4.
Okay, and roll again.
12. So
16, and one more time.
5. So 21.
Yep. So in your hit points, both boxes put 21. Max and current, and below that, in the below left one, put 3d12.
And remaining 3d12.
Just leave it.
30.
We actually want to do a remaining. We'll mark those as you use the hit dice.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
All right, and then for proficiencies down here, just real quick for armor, put light, medium, and shields. No heavy armor for you. You have no tool proficiencies, and you do have all weapons. So for weapons, just put all. Leave tools blank. And then
Proficiency bonus of
Is-
plus.
no. It's going to be +2, but below that, the saving throws, just put capital STR for strength, and then a comma and capital CON for constitution. And then
Alright.
below that in the box for skills, animal handling, athletics, intimidation, nature, perception, and survival.
Pick 2.
There's 6 of those, so grab a dice 6, and we'll just randomly decide these, I think.
That is a good idea.
Okay, so athletics, and then one more roll.
Also 2.
Reroll.
6.
Survival.
All right.
So you have athletics and survival.
Very jumpy kind of guy.
All right, let's do your equipment. Do you want a great axe or a martial melee weapon? I think a great axe doesn't work.
You know.
I think we do a falchion.
Yeah.
Like, so you have a two-handed scimitar, which we're gonna make up on the spot right now. All right, so we have stats for two-handed melee weapons that are martial weapons that go 2d6, 1d12. I think we're just going to iterate off the greatsword for this. So it'll just be a curved like greatsword. So we'll just do 2d6 slashing for the stats. And your attack bonus is going to be +5. So it'll be 2d6 damage on your falchion.
Alright.
Okay, and I'll give you the Kalashite theme.
Yeah, definitely.
You have 2 hand axes or any simple weapon. So I think you also might have a simple weapon instead of hand axes. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm thinking simple which weapons are simple. So we got
Club, dagger, great club, hand axe, javelin. Ooh, should we just give you some javelins? What else does he have ranged? Oh, he gets 4 javelins. So put javelins up there. You get those anyways. I think you should have a dagger, like a curved dagger.
Yeah.
So you have like in your belt, so you have a curved dagger. So we'll take a dagger. And you have 4 javelins.
No, I never played a barbarian until Grumble, and now I'm just doing only barbarian.
Well, and this is a random guy, so he's just gonna make an appearance, and hopefully he lives.
We'll find out.
Probably not.
So it's the +5 for both of these, I would assume.
Yeah, they're all +5.
Yeah. Dagger would be 1d4.
Yep.
I think a javelin's 1d6, right?
Yeah. Well, we could put the ranges on those. Save looking them up later. So the range on the dagger is 20/60. So anything beyond 20 is with disadvantage. Maximum distance is 60. And the javelins can go much further. 30/120. So if you arc it like a Hail Mary football pass, you can roll with disadvantage, but you might just slay some things. You also do not start with any armor, so for your armor class, it will be 10 plus your dex plus your con. Modifiers.
Right.
12.
It was 10 plus dex and con?
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be 12.
Alright.
And then that'd be both.
Yes, you don't have any armor on. You don't start with any armor. You're actually at level 3. Would you want to wear some like hides or like hide armor or something?
Nah.
You just want to go
What he's
Conan
wearing
style?
he's wearing like clothing. Like Arabic clothing. He's got like the head wrap and mostly just to conceal his face and keep himself warm. He likes the warmth.
Alright, so if you'll flip to the back, top right corner under treasure, backpack,
Alright.
bedroll. You want to just copy it down? Mess kit. This is just the Explorer's Pack contents. So
alright. Yeah.
we're also on these guys. If it's not on the character sheet, you don't have it. So we're gonna be really picky on what's on the character sheet. So if it's not on there, we're not gonna like make up stuff. It has to be written down, or it's not there.
It's Explorer's Pack?
Yep, right down here.
There we go.
Just put this next to it. All right, and so I was able to quickly generate the stats, classes, and alignments and races and everything for a dozen NPCs in like 15 or 20 minutes. So, and then I just went through and came up with a bunch of random features for them as far as like personality and all that kind of stuff, which was really fun. And right now we're just fleshing out a Arabian themed barbarian who has a 2-handed scimitar, a falchion, and seems kind of like an interesting guy. And his name is Xanar, right? That sounds like we've had a character named Xanar before. Have we?
It's familiar, but I don't
think it was exactly Xanar.
Yeah, I don't think it was Xanar. We probably had like I think it's like Xanath or something. Xanil?
I don't remember. It's very similar, but
I remember a Xanil. That might have been Colby's snake person. What are those called? The
Yanti.
Yanti, yeah. I think he was Xanil.
We could add to his name. We could put like a din on the end, like Saladin. We could do like Xanardin. Do you like that, or do you want to just leave it at Xanar?
Xanarikid. That would be really Arabic and.
Sure, I like it. That is like kind of like his last name or his family name or something.
I don't remember what Ikid. It's a suffix.
Xanarikid sounds good. I like it.
Yeah. It's a suffix and it's usually for surnames, but we're gonna go with it. He's just Xanarikid. He doesn't know if that's his first name or his surname. He just knows that's his name. Okay,
and did you finish these out?
I got one last thing. Alright,
let's flip back to the front of your character sheet. And alright, so for speed is 30, initiative is +1 above that.
Yep.
And what do we have down here? Language will be common. And vision will just be normal. No spells, no racial traits for humans. I think we're about done. No spells. We need to do a background.
That is true.
And on the Sword Coast Adventurers Guide, and we'll go to the table of contents. We have some optional roll dice 12.
Wind's picking up 2.
Okay, we have Clan Crafter. Were you a crafter for your tribal clan in the deserts?
You're darn right I was.
Okay, we'll skip the traditional ones in the player's handbook and go to that one.
Where does background go?
On the back, bottom right.
Oh, it does.
And I only know this because I've done this 3 times yesterday. Right. And again, we're doing session 0, so we're just kind of like making characters and coming up with backstories and all that kind of stuff. So,
It's gonna be really action-packed.
Zach just needs to leave in a moment, so he's just gonna make one character just to kind of like model that, and then we'll take a break, refill on tea, and then we'll come back and finish out the starting party for tomorrow night. And that way, tomorrow night for our full session, we can jump right into the game. All right, clan. Crafters, stout folks. Is it like halflings, kind of, or dwarvish people?
Yeah, we can adapt.
You want to adapt it for your clan, your desert clan.
Yeah.
So skill proficiencies down here are history and insight. So you can tell when people lie to you, and you also know the history of like oral history type stuff. Well, what are you a crafter of? Like
Pewter mugs. No.
That one's that old chestnut, right?
Yeah,
Is he a pickle farmer?
That's going really far
We're
back.
gonna roll for these. We have tools, artisan's tools. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
So we'll
D20,
So-
D20 and
17 or higher. Alright, so you
D20, and if you roll an 18, 19, or 20, you reroll.
Alright,
Yeah.
11.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Mason's tools.
I was a stone crafter for the stoneman.
You are a brick carver.
But you're in the desert, so.
You make beautiful
I
ornate
made
bricks.
sandstone. Out of sand. I made stone out of sand. Yes. Nah, I just did sandstone. That's what I did.
Just put
You're an
So
artificial
under your proficiencies on the other side, you should probably write really tiny because these boxes are all really small.
Yeah.
So since we've condensed our character sheets to one piece of paper, we're gonna have less space. Mason's tools. Oh, and on your back page, under your gear, we'll start you off with a set of Mason's tools.
Alright.
So you have like a chisel and a hammer and that sort of thing. So just put Mason's tools. It's probably like a leather bag or satchel or something like that. Below that, under gems, you have a gem worth 10 gold pieces. So just put gem. This is probably a special one. You've been hanging on to it, but it's worth 10. And then on the front side, you've got in your coinage 4 gold, 9 silver, 10 copper.
I do like that little thing there.
Yep, and then flip it over. Under gear, you have besides your tools, you also have a maker's mark chisel. So you can actually, it's specific to making your mark. And then you have clothes, which we'll put desert clothes, I think. And that's it on starting gear. And because you're a stonemason, go back to the front top right features. You have the respective dwarves. So the dwarves respect you as an actual, like, your stone carving is so good, the dwarves even respect you.
Nice.
Ooh, nice. I like it.
And it says to roll on the guild artisan background traits, so we'll switch over. Man, I keep bumping my mic. I might have to change my filter. Alright, so roll D8. So go back to the back side. This is for your background. We're going to get some traits, personality traits. D8.
8.
And then, so why don't you just work through this? Some of these are extra.
Yeah,
Like
alright.
that.
I'm well known for my work. Even the dwarves know it.
Okay. How about that guy? No.
Yeah, now that he's gone, let's talk bad about him behind his back.
Here, if you'd like me to see that, then I can,
See what?
The book. I can,
Oh, yeah.
help you roll. Try to make this sound more interesting.
Make it a conversation.
Here.
You know,
What are
we
you?
could have a, just kind of a space filling conversation.
What are you, Zach? What is your background?
I already forgot. Claim crafter.
Guild artisan. Okay.
Guild artisan, yeah.
So you just now rolled. Did you? Okay, so you
I rolled
have a
an
business?
8 for my personality trait, and I'm
Okay.
well known for my work, apparently.
You're well known for your work. I want to make sure everyone appreciates it.
Yeah.
All right, now one more personality trait. If you want to go roll another D8 for me.
5.
5. I'm rude to people who lack my commitment to hard work and fair play. So you're rude to lazy people. Oh wait, hang. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Who lack my commitment. Yeah. So.
All right, that's gonna need some context because I just wrote down rude to sloths.
Yep. That's perfect. I don't even think you need any more context out of that.
Exactly.
I like it. Alrighty, go and roll a d6 for your ideal.
D6 for my ideal. 6.
Alright, your character will get revenge on the evil forces that destroyed your place of business and ruined your livelihood. So they will rue the day they see you again. Basically, you're getting revenge on evil forces that you perceive as evil, I guess.
I am evil.
Yes, you perceive them as good.
I perceive them as good.
They are the antagonists of your story.
I perceive myself as good.
Yes.
They don't know that.
Well, I mean, of course, you're always fighting for the right reasons.
Yeah.
It's just that, other people's perspectives might not be you're fighting for the right
Yeah,
reasons.
chaotic evil. I commit genocide for the betterment of myself. How is that not good?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically the Thanos logic.
Yeah, exactly.
You wipe out half the population, and if you haven't seen any,
I haven't seen it, but I know what's going on.
Well, I mean, I actually feel like saying that isn't even much of a spoiler, because it's generally well known that Thanos wants to wipe out half the world. Okay.
Yeah, I knew that before
universe,
it came
sorry.
out.
Okay. Back to Dungeons and Dragons and not Disney.
So I get revenge on what?
You get revenge on the evil forces that destroyed your place of business and ruined your livelihood.
All right.
And go and roll a d6 for the flaw. As well.
Also a 6.
All right. You're horribly jealous of anyone who can outshine you. Everywhere you go, you're surrounded by rivals. I like that a lot.
Good for you.
Oh. First time I thought that was hummus. I was gonna be excited. I'm still excited, but
I much prefer this over hummus.
Really?
I'm not a hummus fan.
Not a hummus fan.
Actually,
Nah.
I don't really think I'm in the mood right now for cookies. So,
I'll take like 3.
well, if you guys want to take this plate. Oh, I figured that you would. Oh, so you're gonna share a plate with him?
Yeah, well, he's about to leave.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah.
I just saw that it's after midnight.
Oh, it's fine.
It is 12:08. Okay. All right, Zach. So do you have the horribly jealous of anyone who can outshine you?
Yes, I do.
Alrighty. Then you have your personality traits, ideals, your ideal, your bond, and your flaw. Is there anything else that you would like that we're going to be adding to his character, Nathan?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
roll a D100.
D100. I'll let you do that.
4.
We have acrobat.
Oh, you're an acrobat?
Yeah, so I think when you're not doing your stonemason stuff, you're like fairly acrobatic.
Where should I put that?
Like a contortionist. You can just put under notes or just like all this extra space, just like squeeze in little
I
words.
feel like that
Maybe
would be
like one word descriptors.
If you don't have proficiency in acrobatics, I feel like it would be completely fair if you did.
I am.
Erase athletics
Oh.
and change it to acrobatics.
Oh.
There you go. I feel like it makes yes.
Perfect.
Huh.
Another D100. I'm like stepping on my shoelace.
9.
All right. So
Is it another acrobat?
Bound. You hold a secret that, if revealed, would mean the end of your life as you know it. It might be some terrible incident you covered up, or some quality you share that must never be discovered. So maybe you were like honor bound in Kalimshan, and you're like on the run. So you're like honor bound.
This might even be like be tied into his, I believe, bond, which is evil forces destroyed his one of his places of work one time.
So maybe you're honored bound to like
hang on,
address some evil force.
Get revenge on evil forces that destroy my place of business and ruin my livelihood. So he could be just like
you've tracked him down to Waterdeep, the hub of all things. Perfect. Another D100 personality, which you've already done. So
yeah, we've already done personality traits.
What would I get anyway?
35.
Let's find out.
What's a 35 get?
It says honest.
All right.
Just put honest.
Honesty
Which works into my second trait, which is rude to slothful people.
So you're like an honest, hardworking kind of guy.
Yeah, and he hates people who are better than him. Except you're chaotic evil, so I feel like that almost doesn't make much sense. 100?
How the dice being rolled? 90.
Nice.
You were unusually clean.
It's such a...
So maybe you have like a really neat mustache.
That's such a specific...
I think you have like a pointy beard mustachio thing.
He's got like this...
I'm also like... This character's probably like low-key or
I think
CG,
you scrub yourself with sand and stuff, so you're like you're almost got like baby smooth skin.
Okay.
It's mostly red because of all the
D100.
rashes. Another 100. 44.
Oh, it says immature. I think it's more like you're like petty.
Yeah, jealous. I don't like people who are better than me. I also don't like the slothful people.
Petty.
You might be a little bit childish even, but so you're like immature somehow.
Are we creating Zach as a person, or are we creating a barbarian?
Both.
Which one is this?
D100 goals.
Goal
64.
Your goal is a 64, yes.
Powerful physique.
Oh, perfect.
So you're ripped, which you have 16.
Wait, that's
strength.
a goal. No, that's a goal, right? It's to get ripped.
Oh,
I'm partially ripped.
Ah.
Like my biceps are starting to.
You're
bust.
not quite swole. You might look swollen, but you're not swole.
I'm just swole.
Yeah. There you go. You've like lost some fat, but like you're not as bulky as what you'd like to be. What race are you?
Human.
Oh.
My goal is 32-inch biceps.
So the size of someone's waist?
The size of
a full-grown man's waist is your... Zach.
roll again, please.
D100?
That would be terrifying.
Yep.
Such girth in that man's arms.
69.
Incognito.
Incognito.
Ooh.
So remember, you're kind of like on the lam or something, but you've left Kalimshan, so...
Is it a secret, I'm guessing?
You keep your identity unknown, so you have false identity right now. So maybe Xanar Akid is not your like real name.
I think that's yeah.
So that was from the non-player compendium, adding to the personalities.
If I can see that, Nathan, so I can go and start rolling for my character that I'm going to be making.
Yep. And I think since I've been talking most of this session, I think when you make your random guy, you feel confident you can just narrate your playthrough.
Yeah, definitely.
Or your random roll.
Are you going to be doing the same thing on your side?
I'm just going to fill out character sheets and be here for assistance if you need it.
Okay.
All right.
And
so that's Xanar Akid.
any other thoughts, Zach? You're going to be joining us tomorrow, right?
I will be most certainly joining us tomorrow.
Okay.
Hopefully.
So we'll start our Dragon Heist thing, and we'll finalize the starting PCs. We'll have quite a few. You could think about if you want Xanar to join us. Might be fun. Or maybe he will wait and join us like later on. So, but that's a random generation of a 5th edition PC with an alternative character sheet. Just lots of like randomness used to generate an interesting person. We probably would have never come up with an Asian-inspired barbarian, 2-handed scimitar wielding human. So that's kind of interesting. And the stonemason, respective dwarves thing. Yeah, there's just lots of like. There's a lot of variety in there. So
there's a lot of stuff you just can't do.
Yeah, and that's the value of random generation is, you know, who wants to play another dwarf cleric? I mean, I know I do, but
I just realized that's not how mustaches work.
you trying? I love how you draw your guys.
I like to have a general idea.
I think mine are all going to be drawn in an anime style with like big heads and big eyes and little tiny bodies.
And in before Chibi Warriors.
I feel like I'm going to reroll this.
All right.
That makes sense.
Hey, Kel.
Yes.
Kel.
Yeah.
You should probably be narrating everything you're doing.
You're probably right.
And also, let's go through in sequence. So let's start at the beginning. Go to the front of your character sheet.
Sure.
And close that book. You don't need that. You're starting with the front book. That comes later.
I figured it wouldn't hurt to add these instead, so that I'm not trying to change it based on what I get for my character.
Let's take the pencil out of the book, please.
Sure.
Thanks. All right. So start with the top.
Alignment, yes. I get a 2, so I'm evil. And
so you can mark that in the top left of the circle.
Evil. Let me see here.
Just a capital E.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out later. It'll come to us as we develop it.
And my class is a 77, which makes me a evil rogue, which also makes sense. Rogue and my race. Where's the race at?
On the back page.
Back page. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, I see what you're looking for right now. And I'm a rogue. So, yeah. Alright.
What'd you roll?
I don't know if I want to be a hill dwarf rogue, but I'm a hill dwarf rogue.
You're an evil dwarf rogue?
Darn. Yes, I guess so.
That is a weird
I'm
one.
a hill dwarf, though, so I feel like it makes even less sense. But that's fine. Hill dwarf.
Maybe just really disenfranchised with the world.
Possibly.
Hold that thought. Hill Dwarves in 5th edition.
And someone asked if we read chat. Yes, we do when we're checking it.
That's a great question. So one of our other goals for Saturday nights, and again tonight we're just doing session 0. Tomorrow night we're coming back for session 1. And we'll start Dragon Heist. One of our goals is, besides the random generation of characters, is to have lots of interaction with the chat. So if people are in chat throwing out ideas, we'll try and respond to the chat ideas. Even with generation of characters and that sort of stuff. For example, if you have the idea for a character, you can always email it or just bring it up in chat, and we might just make one on the fly. Like themed. So like, say for example, you've got an idea for a character, we might randomly generate the stats around that idea. So one of our goals is to include the chat in what monsters spawn, trap ideas, characters, plot twists, even just calling out plot twist cards, or just throwing a plot twist into the chat. So anything else you want to say, Kale, about the chat participation?
Yeah, this is actually where I point out my phone. On Saturday night streams, I'll probably have my phone out with the stream running. Of course, down is Wayward Dice. So I can comment and be able to kind of view that as well. I don't really think I'm going to be doing that a whole lot on the Friday nights, just because we're trying to focus more on roleplay, and I feel like paying attention is a lot more emphasized because it's more storytelling. Where this is kind of going to be more numbers and mechanics, somewhat. But I believe that I'm going to be watching it a lot better, which I will be. And he also will probably be doing the same thing.
Yeah, and we naturally roleplay, so we won't be like roleplay light, but we will, the long-term campaign-based roleplay of Dark Sun will not be necessarily followed. Now, we might have some characters that like get lucky and survive, so we might follow their story.
Yeah,
but we're looking more at a dungeon crawler, lots of randomness. Just we're looking for more like short-term craziness and just lots of variety and chat interaction on Saturday nights. And so tonight we're prepping for session 1 tomorrow. And Zach's about to take off. So Kale.
Yeah.
So on the front page, top right.
Okay.
Now that we know you're playing a hill dwarf, you can put down dwarven resilience. The top under this will be racial traits, right? The second one down.
Yeah, which adds,
So
I believe,
for,
it's resistance against poison.
Yeah. So and also advantage on poison saves. So
yeah,
we can always look that up.
I'll just.
You also have dwarven combat training, which gives you a bunch of weapon proficiencies, which I don't know what we need to do there.
It's okay.
Let's just see your class before we. Did we get your class, Rogue?
Yeah, Rogue. I
mean,
mean,
this will actually matter. So
Rogue gets a ton of stuff.
Well, but for weapons, you'll have a limited weapon selection. So, just put axes and hammers down on weapons. Bottom right corner.
Okay.
Weapons.
Skill. Weapons. Okay.
Axes and hammers.
Okay.
And above that, tools. You can choose smiths, brewers, or masons. He's already got masons.
I'll probably be a brewer because it makes more sense, in my opinion, for a rogue.
Okay, brewer.
Yeah, and then of course thieves' tools.
Yeah,
Because of rogue, yeah.
Yeah. So, also in the top on the racial, you get stone cunning.
Okay.
Which means down in the bottom right under skills, put history, and then parentheses put stone. So as a dwarf, you'll have proficiencies on stonework checks, which will be a history stone check.
Okay, perfect.
So you can see like where stonework was like what.
Yeah, what origin it would be from what race or whatever.
Under your languages, it's in your right side of your circle.
Sure.
See it? Common and dwarf, or dwarvish.
Okay.
And then up in the top right again for hill dwarf racial feature, you have dwarven toughness.
Okay.
Which is a +1 to hit points every level up. On top of your constitution.
Sweet.
And also your wisdom goes up +1. So just in your wisdom bubble, just put +1 in the wisdom on the left.
I see it. Score +1.
So we'll add that to whatever your score is. Alright, so we're going to bid farewell to Zach. Don't forget your phone.
Yeah.
On the right-hand side of the scratch paper, you can write your stats. When you roll your 4 dice 6, drop the lowest.
Sure.
I did want to say, because I just remembered that this is a thing, that I do regularly check the chat on the Fridays, which is why you normally see my phone out. So that's probably how it's going to be. On Fridays, I'll be more interactive with the chat, and on Saturdays, Kale will be.
Yeah, or more attentive to the chat, I guess.
Yeah.
Would be the better term to put that in. Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much, Zach, for joining us. See you tomorrow night. We'll be back tomorrow night. We'll be playing our first session. Are you wanting to take an intermission, Nathan?
I already kind of took a break,
I
so
think I'm okay with
you're
it.
good. Let's just keep
continue.
going. Yeah.
Alrighty,
And we'll put that away. So we'll see ya.
Have a great night, Zach.
Do you have anything else? I think you're good.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. All right. See you tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
And we're gonna continue going. We're probably make one, maybe two more characters.
I don't care. I mean, what time is it?
Perfect. It's midnight.
12:22. All right. So yeah, let's just keep streaming until we see how.
Alrighty. 12. See here, 12. 13.
So it's 4 dice 6. Drop the lowest.
Yep.
And then they are not being rolled sequentially.
11. Oh wait, 10. Sorry.
You pass me the creamer.
Yes. No problem. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6. Okay. 13 again. I have extremely average low stats. Oh, my first. Okay, 9.
And how many sets have you rolled now?
1,
6?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. I have 3 13s, a 10, a 12, and a 9. I am very, very average.
And you're a rogue?
I'm a rogue.
So let me look at them because I'm not going to do well mentally on those.
Sure, yeah.
Dang, you suck.
Yep, I agree. I think I'm going to actually put the 9 in wisdom, so then I have like
Average.
a 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you have 10 wisdom.
10 wisdom, probably 10...
10 intelligence.
10 intelligence. I actually feel like charisma would be... So I think I should have 13, 13, 13, which would be dex, con, charisma, and then have the 12 as my strength. You like that?
Yeah, sure.
I believe that I get a bonus to con because I'm a dwarf, correct? No? Nothing?
Did I skip that?
Yeah, you just said hill dwarf, but...
Yeah, I skipped the... Just go ahead and fill those in.
Yeah.
And don't do con yet.
Yeah, I won't.
I think I skipped that. What was it at the very beginning?
Yes, it
Plus
is.
2 to con.
Plus
so
2
it'll
to
be
con?
15.
Okay, so con is my highest stat. Which
As
is
a
a
rogue, I
plus...
think you roll a dice 8 for hit points.
Yep.
And you'll add plus 2 for your con, plus 1 for your special, so that's
So
plus 3 to whatever
So
your
plus
first
9
roll.
for my level.
Well, okay, so you're not going to do it per roll like we've been doing?
Oh, I was going to just roll all 3 and then add 9.
Okay, that works.
Let me see here. Where is my other die? Alrighty. 4, 3, 2. So 9. Plus 9. 18 HP.
Okay, that's not terrible.
3. What's my experience at? 2,600, right?
2,700.
2,700. Alright, I was trying to remember from
And then
earlier.
on the right hand side, 6,500.
6,500. And, where did I, what am I thinking?
In the middle circle is 3.
Yes, for what, my HP. Where's my HP go?
Far left, there's 2 boxes.
Far left. Okay, I see it. Okay, perfect. 3d8. Okay, yeah, I got the rest. And 18. Okay. Perfect.
Speed will be... I think we're going to do tally marks as you spend those. We can leave that blank.
Sure.
No, the last 3 you wrote down needs to be erased.
Oh, for
we'll
me?
Just mark it like we used to.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay, it's 25 speed, correct?
Initiative is your dexterity modifier. And on the right-hand side of your stats, you can put all the modifiers down.
I have a +1 to all my stats except for con.
Or a +0, I think.
Yeah, of course. Sure, and my vision, which is going to be my perception, correct?
And your vision is dark.
Dark? Oh, okay. Gotcha, that makes sense.
And then to the right of that, put a +2 in the proficiency down.
No proficiency? Sure, yeah.
And your right below that, dexterity and intelligence, or dex and int.
Hang on. Single person game? No, we're going to be playing... basically tomorrow we're going to be doing our actual session. Right now we're just random generating characters.
There will not be a single person as like a player, if that's what you're asking. Zach just left, so we're doing session 0. So tomorrow we'll have 2 players. I'll be dungeon mastering.
Yes.
Basically we'll have like a party, so there'll be more characters than there are players. If you think of the old computer role-play games where you might play as one player, play like a party of 6. So the players will control multiple characters.
Yes, and we'll have tomorrow we're going to have 2 characters and he's going to be DMing for us.
And we might trade DM roles, so some sessions we might switch it up a little bit.
Exactly. But right now, we're just doing session 0. And if you have any kind of ideas for things, just go and throw it in the chat. And then the better way to do it, if you want to try and come up with ideas for even tomorrow or maybe even for next week, because we have a stream schedule of Friday and Saturday nights. And Saturday nights we're going to be doing the more involved things with the community. So just send us an email. On the bottom panel down below, there is a link to our email, which is just waywarddicerpt@gmail.com.
And then we're going to start off with Dragon Heist, which is the latest published adventure, because that sets up Undermountain. We're wanting to do more dungeon crawling on Saturday nights. So we'll do the kind of like starting adventure, but we're going to focus heavily on Undermountain. And maybe like a TV format where we follow like episodically, like maybe different adventuring groups even. So lots of PCs and so on.
Yeah, and like you're just not saying that you're going to be running a 100-floor dungeon with and you only have 4 designed and how they're going to be playing multi-characters. We're going to do something kind of similar to that, except we're going to have, right now instead of a mega dungeon, we're going to be doing the Dragon Heist until the mega dungeon releases later. Nathan, when is that supposed to be releasing? The one that...
In November.
So in November...
if we finish the Dragon Heist early, I think I can get it like 11 days earlier, maybe even at the end of October. So,
oh, I gotcha.
I've already randomly generated 12 characters on top of the 2 we're making tonight. So there's going to be lots of PCs to kill off. It's going to be awesome. And we'll just keep randomly generating people. And I think the lucky ones will become maybe returning characters, and the unlucky ones will have a glorious end.
Hopefully glorious end. We just now finished our session that we normally do on Friday nights, and I had a character that died. It was very, very sad and very, very kind of out of nowhere.
I'm not sad.
He's not sad. I'm pretty sad. It was my character.
I'm only sad that the dice killed him and I didn't.
Okay, back to our character.
Alright, so the dwarf part is sorted out. Hit points are sorted out. On the bottom right corner, proficiencies. For armor, put light.
Okay.
For weapons, you already have hammers and axes.
Yep.
Also add simple.
Okay.
Long swords, short swords, rapiers, and last but not least, the hand crossbow.
Yep.
And you've already wrote down the thieves' tools?
Yep, I have.
Okay, your skills are going to be complicated.
Okay.
Because you're going to choose, grab your player's handbook. We're on page 95.
Sure.
You get to choose 4, but also you get expertise. Expertise means you get 2 of your skill proficiencies will get double bonuses. So we're just going to put a star next to those. So let's write them down first, and we'll just star then the name of it.
Okay.
Do you want to randomly select these?
How many are there to choose from?
10, 11.
11 to
We'll
choose from?
we'll just roll a dice 12, and on a roll of a 12, you get to pick.
Okay.
Otherwise, you take what you get. So roll 4 times.
4 times? Sure thing. I can do that.
And I'll let you pick the expertise.
Yeah, definitely. Give me a couple seconds.
No, just roll a single 1d12.
Oh, I was going to roll 3 and then do that. So
I usually do them sequentially. So, athletics. What were your stats are abysmal. So athletics. You're a dwarf. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Athletics.
Okay. Athletics. Okay. Six.
Can you roll on the table in the future?
Yeah.
I think.
Got a 9.
Hold on. So you have 6 and 9.
Sorry,
Let's
6.
just stick with our rules.
Okay.
1, 2. That's just for the audio effect. We'll roll on the table. So 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Investigation. That's
Okay.
kind of cool. And 9 is persuasion. What did you have for your
Charisma is actually pretty good.
Okay.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Okay.
So he's more of like a talky dwarf, and that's a killer dwarf.
And then I did roll one more time, and I got a 12.
You get to choose.
All right. So I have athletics, investigation, persuasion. I tried to go in some charisma so I could like do things. But I think I like either stealth or sleight of hand.
He's a fat dwarf, not so.
Oh, I didn't think he was fat. Okay.
Sleight of hand makes sense, I guess, if you want to be like a thief, kind of.
I think I'd like to actually play like one of the different archetypes, like in Xanthar's Guide, maybe. How does what do you call it? So I already have persuasion. How does intimidation sound?
Do we have some comment there?
Yes. He just said he had to go and come back. So
Okay.
yes, he'll be.
We'll probably be here for another hour.
Well, maybe not an hour, but for a while.
Half hour at least. All right. So Rogue. We've got Xanathar's Guide to Everything. We've got Inquisitive. Excel at rooting out secrets and unraveling mysteries. So this would be like probably like you'd go in like perception maybe. Mm-hmm. We've got the Mastermind, Soul of Deceit, Master of Intrigue. We've got a Scout, and then we've got a Swashbuckler. Dude, we could go Swashbuckler.
I feel like Swashbuckler makes more sense for me.
But he's like a dwarf. I don't know, like really like a dwarf sailor. Like really.
You never know. He could have sailed from his homeland and then landed here.
You could be a mastermind. Your stats are terrible, so that doesn't really fit.
They are pretty terrible, but I could definitely try to be a mastermind. I mean, you know, if you have the champion archetype and fighter, that doesn't mean you're actually good at doing anything.
The Inquisitive looks interesting.
Inquisitive?
You want to look over these? Since
No, I'd rather not. I think I'd
should
rather
we just roll? There's 4.
Yeah, 4.
D4.
2. Mastermind.
Okay, mastermind.
All right. And
I'll let you take it so you can start copying it down.
I still get to choose my last
maybe
modifier.
The player's handbook, so it's
sure. I still get to choose my last proficiency.
Yeah,
which I'm not completely sure.
Pick one that fits the mastermind. I don't know if deception would work better for that. Do you have I don't know if insight was.
I have persuasion. I do not have insight.
Insight might work for that.
Insight, sure.
It's
my wisdom's terrible, but that's still great. Okay, insight, and then mastermind. So master of intrigue, master of tactics.
What does he get? Does the mastermind get 2 skill proficiencies?
He does not. Nope, he does not.
What?
They
doesn't. Almost always come with skill proficiencies.
Master of intrigue, master of tactics. Master of intrigue. Oh yeah, you do. You gain proficiency with a disguise kit and forgery kit. In one gaming site of your choice. He doesn't get skill proficiency, he gets kit proficiency.
Better tools. Just
yeah,
better tools.
Exactly.
And then let's start 2 of your skills done there.
Yeah, I'll do that in a second. Hang on. Master of Intrigue.
I think you should probably put them into Persuasion and Insight.
Alrighty, I shall asterisk them.
And so then basically when you roll those, you'll just add +4.
Add +4 instead.
So in this one, instead of having everything like conveniently filled out, you just have to do the mental math every time you roll.
Which is fine. I actually hardly ever use the stuff on the character sheet for that. You can use the help action as a bonus action. Additionally, when you use a help action to aid an ally in attacking a creature, the target of that attack can be within 30 feet of you.
And the top right of your character sheet, you can just write the name of the feature.
Yes. Master of Tactics. So I'm kind of like a tactician with the stats that don't back it up, but that's fine.
How are you at time?
Not that bad. I just got a message. That's what I was checking on. Let me see here. So yes, I have that. That's all I'm gonna get. And then, okay, I think that we go and start random doing things again.
Yeah, let's
things again.
You got Dex and Intelligence marked down below your proficiency bonus. Put Dex and Int.
Oh, for my
saving throws.
Yeah, saving throws.
No.
Oh, proficiency bonus.
The proficiency. No, bottom right. Up one.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Dex.
That finishes out that box, so we're good. Okay, top right, class features is expertise. We've already done.
Okay.
Sneak attack. Your sneak attack damage is 2d6.
Okay.
Under languages, you should have Common, Dwarvish, and then add Thieves' Cant.
Okay.
So you actually have 3. You also get, as a feature, Cunning Action.
Okay, yeah, I can do
which
things
gives
as bonus
you
action.
dash, disengage, or hide.
Alrighty.
And then you'll get your rogue archetype. So before we do that,
we've already chose my roguish archetype.
Oh
which
yeah,
is
we
the
did. Cunning
mastermind.
action, thieves can't, sneak attack, and expertise. Sneak attack is 2d6. Okay, that's everything there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we need to pick out gear.
I'm gonna write it down under my weapon attacks for sneaks, just so I know.
You should put it off in the margin. You
I'll
might
keep
have
it in
a
mind.
variety of things.
2d6. There we go.
Just put a plus before it,
Mhm.
just to know you had that in. I think we'll remember that though. It's pretty obvious.
Mm-hmm.
So sneak attacks is if there's somebody within 5 feet or adjacent to an enemy, that automatically grants you sneak attacks, or if you have an advantage on the attack roll. Usually by like hiding is a pretty common way.
Yeah.
Especially if you're ranged.
Oh wow! I'm just now imagining if I do kind of ranged attacks, I can give my friendly advantage, and then I can just get advantage as well. Then I can just like get sneak attack as well. That's super powerful.
Say that again.
Well, since the mastermind thing lets me do help as a bonus action, then I could give my friendlies advantage while I also attack with 2d6 extra. And, of course, as I get stronger, then I'm better.
Maybe. We'll make sure it's
Maybe.
balanced.
My armor class, would I be wearing leather armor?
You're level 3, so you can upgrade that to studded leather.
Okay, so that's a 13
12
plus dex.
plus your dex.
Oh, 12 plus dex? Okay, so 13. Plus con, correct or no? No? Okay. So 13, and the not wearing armor is 11. Yeah. Okay. Next thing, I guess we would be looking at my...
Let's finish your circle in the middle.
Okay, so hair, eyes, size, height, weight.
Speed is 30.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 25. Maybe that's just a halfling.
I don't know. I could be wrong. We can look it up.
Sure.
I don't think dwarves had reduced speed, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, it is 25. Huh.
Okay. Let me see here then. Okay, so hair, eyes, size, height, and weight.
I have a source book,
Perfect.
The Race's Guide to Faerun from 3rd edition. We shall
go.
consult the Hill Dwarf.
You just have all these historical books that should
I've
probably,
been DMing a long time, so...
Yeah, they should probably be put into a museum. Just throw them away in there, and then come back whenever you need them.
So let's check. So Hill Dwarves are called something in Faerun, so we'll just look it up. Hill Dwarves are gold dwarves, so you're probably gonna have black hair, just from memory. Page 11. This is totally useless for a random PC, but it's kind of fun. Oh man! So if you'd roll the barbarian, they would get the battle rager thing. That's kind of cool.
Alrighty.
Just gotta find where it describes them. Alright, stocky and muscular. Skin is light brown or deep tan. Eyes are usually brown or hazel.
Okay. So brown or hazel. I guess I'll just roll a d6. And then do you think we should roll to see if the eyes are different? Oh, I guess never mind. That can't come up over there. Okay, so I got a 4. Brown being 1 through 3, hazel being 3.
So hazel eyes.
Yes, hazel.
Hair
eyes.
color: black, gray, or brown.
Black, gray, brown. Okay, I can just do a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So,
black, gray, brown. So it's gray. I mean brown. Sorry.
What'd you roll?
Brown. 5. I rolled a 5.
Okay, so brown hair.
Yes.
Hazel eyes.
Size.
He also has a well-groomed beard of some sort.
Okay. Bearded. Okay. His height.
And as a mastermind, so he's got like a well-groomed beard that he's probably like he combs it.
Yes,
it's very well kept. Long hair. All right. Anything else?
Height and weight.
Oh, well, doors are short, so.
Dwarves are short.
We'll roll. There's a table for this.
Okay, sure.
Just gotta roll to it. All right. So for dwarf, it's 3'8" plus 2 dice 4.
Okay, so 3'8", and 3'8" plus 4.
So you're 4 foot even.
4 foot.
And then roll 2d6.
Dwarf.
2d6.
2d6. I am 6
times 4.
So 24.
Plus 115.
Oh my goodness.
So 25. So 140 pounds.
140 pounds? 139. Alrighty. 140 LB. Alrighty. I'm a 140 pound dwarf. And if anyone's wondering, we are right now random generating characters, or I guess a character, for our session tomorrow. That's going to be from starting around 9 o'clock and between 10 o'clock Central Time. And yeah, we're gonna be doing like
we're gonna try
calls.
to start at 9 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, we're gonna try starting early. It's gonna be me, Nathan, and our friend Zach.
He just left.
That should be he just now left. It pretty much should be our steady crew of people. We might occasionally get an extra.
All right, roll a d12. We're gonna do backgrounds.
A d12 backgrounds. All right, I got a 1 on the backgrounds.
Let's get that book out. I want to roll on the table.
Definitely. Then I got a 1 again on backgrounds.
That's City Watch, or we could go with an Acolyte. You're a rogue.
I'm a rogue. City Watch makes kind of sense as a rogue. Like I'm like I kind of sneak around.
You're a spy for the City Watch.
Ooh, I like it, but I'm evil, so I have bad intent. I'm kind of working this job
Wait,
just
you're evil?
to do it. Yeah.
No, you used to be City Watch.
Used to be City Watch.
So you know how the police work.
That is my background.
But you're no longer City Watch. You're
Alrighty.
now used to be an informer, and now you like basically use your knowledge of the City Watch
Past City
to
Watch.
commit crime.
Alrighty, which would still inform my personality traits, bonds, and flaws, though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. We'll get there soon. So City Watch. Skill proficiencies are Insight and Athletics.
Did you already have Insight and I already have Athletics?
Okay, so we'll pick 2 more from the Rogue list.
Alright, let's go roll the d12s like we did last time.
Okay.
9. I believe I had already 6 and 9. Alrighty, 2.
You have Persuasion, right?
I do have Persuasion.
Athletics is 2.
Okay.
Which you already have, I thought. Because you get Athletics and... Roll again. You should already have Athletics written down.
Athletics written down, I do. Yes.
Roll again.
Okay. 9. 4.
Insight. Roll again.
Insight. Okay. Oh my goodness. 1.
That's acrobatics. I don't think you need them both. Why don't you just take Deception?
Deception. Okay. And what was the other one that I ended up getting from this? Sorry about
Well,
that.
Insight and Athletics. I think you still need one more.
Yes, I need one more.
Do you want to take Investigation?
Sure, Investigation.
Probably at level 4, you need to put 1 point in each of your in 2 stats there, just for stat boosts.
What was that? I'm sorry. Zachary was sending messages to us. What did you say?
At level 4, you'll probably want to put +1 in 2 different stats.
Oh, probably, yes, I agree. So I can get +2 eventually.
Okay, you get a horn, like a war horn, so on your back page for an item. Horn.
That's odd.
You also have manacles. This is the bottom. See, top right is treasure. That's where you put your gear. So put horn, manacles, which are basically like handcuffs. On the front page again. Sure. Your gold on the right hand side in the middle. 9 gold, 9 silver, 10 copper.
Okay. Perfect.
You
next-
also have 2 options. You have Watcher's Eye,
Mhm.
or you can take Investigator.
What do both of those do?
So why don't you just read them real quick?
Sure.
I'm gonna pull up something else, and you could read it to the stream, maybe.
Sure. Okay. Watcher's Eye reads, your experience enforcing the law and dealing with lawbreakers gives you a feel for local laws and criminals. You can easily find the local outpost of the Watcher or similar organization, and just as easily pick out the dens of criminal activity and community, although you're likely to be welcome in former locations rather than the latter. Variant Investigator. Rarer than watch or patrol members are a community's investigators who are responsible for solving crimes after the fact. Though such folk are seldom found in rural areas, nearly every settlement of decent size has at least 1 or 2 watch members who have the skill.
No, let's do the first one. The watch
Yes, so basically you have to be very, very skilled at what you're doing, which I wouldn't be. So, Watcher's Eye is what I have now.
And that will be a feature.
Yes.
Front page, top right.
I was looking at feats. That is a different thing because these are combat-based and level-based. Alrighty. We'll just go with class feature.
Yep, it's a class feature.
So, what was it again? City one?
Watcher's Eye.
Watcher's Eye.
Already
Okay.
put it away.
Thank you.
Right. And then if you go to the back page,
Mm-hmm.
we'll go back to the equipment.
Yes. Okay. Equipment.
Rapier or short sword. I think a dwarf with a rapier is terrifying to consider, so I would
So I have a
recommend a
rapier.
short sword.
Short sword. Okay.
And then short bow or short sword. I think you dual wield short swords probably.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. For power gaming here, then I'd probably say it'd be better for me to have a bow because of my
You're a dwarf.
because my feet. So yes, I know.
Bows are for elves.
Bows are for elves. Okay, fair enough. I can't have like a short dwarven bow. Like
A crossbow.
Yep, that's that thing.
All right, and then you have 3 options for packs:
Okay.
burglars, dungeoneers, or explorers.
I feel like I probably have a. I mean, I'm at the Wayward Dice place.
I think you take
I
burglars.
guess maybe not.
I don't know,
burglars?
maybe. Well, I guess you're not necessarily like a thief. are you?
I'm a mastermind, so I feel like I'd try to have like the most diverse set, which would probably be burglars. So I'll go and have a burglars pack. I don't think we should write down every single last thing, so I'll just do burglars pack.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah, we had been writing down all the items.
I mean,
But-
if you'd like to.
I'm getting tired.
Yeah.
Okay, instead of leather armor, since you're at level 3, we'll upgrade you for free to studded leather.
Mm-hmm.
On your left-hand side, there's a breastplate.
Yes, which we've actually already
Chest
done.
piece. Nope, on your
Oh,
left.
okay, right over here?
there. Studded leather.
Sure.
And we've already got the stats on the front page.
All right.
You also get 2 daggers.
Mm-hmm.
If you... Man, instead of a short bow,
Mm-hmm.
do you want a hand crossbow instead and drop one of the short swords? So you'll have a short sword and a dagger for dual wielding, and then you can use a hand crossbow.
like
You're
that.
a rogue, right?
Yes.
And the hand crossbows was your proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have simple weapons as a proficiency?
Mm-hmm.
I believe that includes light crossbows.
I hand crossbows. I think I'd rather have, just because I can have it in one hand. In which
Yeah, and that fits your like sneaky
yeah, exactly.
handgun. Okay.
So
And you're level 3, so you could have acquired one.
how many
already.
daggers?
2.
2 daggers. Okay.
And you also have 1 short sword, and we'll replace the short bow starting gear with a hand crossbow.
Alrighty.
Go to the front
Yes.
page in the top left.
And fill it out.
We'll
for the
basically
attack
use
stuff.
those things as your inventory for weapons. So just in the top, put short sword, dagger,
Yeah.
and then hand crossbow.
And I know.
And short swords are dice 6.
Yeah, I know the
Daggers are
damage
dice
stuff.
4. Distance is 20-/6D.
Yes.
And let's get the stats on the hand crossbow. I don't use those very often. It is a martial weapon. It's 1d6, and the range is the same as a javelin, which is 3/120. That's really cool. The disadvantage being that once you fire it, it'll take you another round to reload it. You have to reload it. And also, it can be concealed, which is kind of cool. Did you already write down thieves' tools? You're proficient in those. You
Yes,
also
I
have those.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think we just needed to... Did we do the background already? We did?
Yep, we've already done the background.
We haven't
personality
rolled.
traits and stuff.
Did we roll background?
We did the background, yes. City Watch.
No, we didn't roll your personality traits.
Yes, we did not do that. You're correct.
I think it said which one to use.
And I've already rolled once for that.
Soldier background. We can use soldier.
Oh boy. And I rolled a 7 on my first D8 for that. Actually, I think it has what type of thing, and we already have down City Watch as my type of soldier.
Yeah, so the specialty was support staff, which they include like cooks, blacksmiths, those kind of things. Mm-hmm. Maybe you were an orderly or something, like generals have these like guys that like help them like make decisions and stuff.
Gotcha.
Anyways, we won't go with that. Let's go ahead and do your player's handbook here. Why don't you just take it?
Yeah,
you can roll these. Here. Why don't you just go ahead and roll them?
Sure.
And
I'll read off what they are. I'm actually about to sneeze, so.
Do you want to, while it's muted, do you want to switch it to just the one mic instead of the interview?
I can do that.
Careful, you're hitting your cup there. Are you done drinking tea?
Yes, I'm done drinking tea for tonight. Let me put the spin on there. Perfect. Okay. Let's go and get the show on the road here. So for my personality trait, I'll roll on the table. I rolled a 9-1, so I'm always polite and respectful as an evil rogue. I guess that's kind of part of my, cover up, I guess, in a sense. So PT. Polite. And my second personality trait is I have a crude sense of humor. Okay, crude humor. Perfect. Next, for my ideal, I'm going to have my...
Is that a crude sense of humor? Do you have like gallows humor? Like he always make like death, like related... Like so everyone's about to die because he's used to criminals.
So like, crude humor isn't like the like death is a thing humor. Okay, sure.
Does that work?
Yeah, that works just fine. And I rolled a 3 for my ideal, which is independence. When people follow orders blindly, they embrace a kind of tyranny.
So you don't follow orders.
Which makes me chaotic evil.
Which is why you got kicked off the watch.
but I'm I don't listen to orders very well, but I am always polite and respectful, so I'll respectfully decline.
You're not in the watch anymore because you couldn't do it.
Yes, I think I like that. So basically, don't follow orders as an ideal. Yes. Doesn't follow orders. And next one up is my bond. I have one bond as well. And that one bond is going to be a D6, of course, which is a 5. Those who fight beside me are worth dying for.
Oh, so you have a bit of honor.
Yes, honorable. And my flaw is... Nathan, why don't you go and roll a d6 for this? For my flaw. A 3. I made a terrible mistake in battle that cost many lives. I would do anything to keep that mistake a secret.
And so that's why you're off the watch.
Secret mistake. All right. I feel like I'm just going to expand my background category across the feet.
Straight up.
Oh, you think it said notes? Okay, yeah, perfect. So yeah, now we're going to start random generating inside the non-player compendium for the...
names first?
Names, yes. And it's not actually for non-player. For our means, it's going to just be the player compendium.
Well, and it's just going to be a party member, so it may be a main character or not. If you want to use the back of your sticky note, we're going to write down 3 numbers. So roll your D100.
Sure.
And if you want to ditch the player's handbook and just keep your character sheet handy.
Oh, there goes my sticky note. All right. Yeah, I can do that because this is no longer needed for our services.
Right,
We
so
no longer need it.
D100 3 times.
All right. Hang on, I've got all the dice for this.
No.
First one.
When
60.
we do the rolls, instead of rolling all of your dice together, just roll individually.
60 is my number. Second number is going to be a 33. And the third number is a 61. So 60, 33, 61.
You need to write this down.
Yep. Doing that now. Okay.
All right, so what's the first number?
60.
You could start it with RO or BE.
I feel like RO is more of a common... Well, no, let's go into BE.
Well, we'll just keep that in mind. What's the next number, 33?
Yes.
RTA, LA.
Okay.
So we have like Berta.
Berta.
Rorta, LA. We have
Bela?
Rola or Bella. I like Bella, kind of.
But I'm a dude.
Yeah, well, let's get the ending.
Yes,
What's the last
next
number?
one. 61.
Double T's,
Okay.
RK, or D hard. So you could have
Bellark. I feel like that's a guy name.
Rolled hard.
Rolot. Bertat.
Bertad hard. I don't like the Berta one, obviously.
Rolad. Like Roloid, but Rolad.
R-O...
I think I actually really like Rolad.
We could skip the middle roll and just go Rod hard.
Hard Rod.
That doesn't work.
I'm Rolad Hard Rod.
We can look at the different side.
Nathan.
No.
I'm Rolad Hard
I heard you. First number is 66. We also have K-E, D-O, or W-I to start off. I like D-O. What's the next one? 33?
Yeah, 33. It was actually 60 and 33, not 66.
Oh.
It was 60, 33,
Yeah, but
61.
66 works really good. We'll go in reverse order.
Okay,
And
so...
then end on 60 is N-D-O, or Kasim, or Kahard. Hard at the end. Was it 37 or 33 in the middle?
It's 33 in the middle.
Here, you should look at this
RTA.
left page because there's multiple pages, but I like the one on the left pages. If you look at those three sets of numbers,
Yeah.
So basically, each roll gives you three options for a prefix, kind of like a root in the middle, and then a suffix. And I just kind of like randomly roll and then shuffle them around until I get something. But the hard sounds really cool for like the end. And sometimes I drop the middle roll and just do like a first and last part and skip the middle, just to get a little bit shorter. But get something that sounds dwarven. And KH is one of the common combinations I use for my characters. I've had dwarves with a KH named Cam, Kane, Kana, and so on. I like having the combination there.
Lonrion Urbra. Lonrion
Or you can just pick things.
Urbra. I'm just typing. I'm just like writing down like what was exactly right here on the ones that I saw. And what I'm saying is Kolila, Kolila Ninari Lonrion Urbra. So Konarbra? Is this the last name, I'm guessing?
Where you have Kolilua, put K-E-D-O and W-I.
K-E-D-O-W-I?
Look at starting with D-O and
Okay.
ending with the K-H-A-R-D. And then
Dokard?
put something in between that.
Donut card? Dory card.
Doricard.
Dory card. Don't be hard. Dory card. Sure, let's do that.
There's also Dondo.
Dondo.
Or Kendo.
Dondo Dory card. Like it?
I like Dondo, actually. That sounds dwarven.
Just Dondo. No, nothing else.
We can do the last name.
Nah, just Dondo. I like just Dondo as his name.
Give me a D100 roll, because we could do a last name that ends in hard. Give me a D100.
26.
Do you like Cachard?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Not sure I like the ending.
Alrighty. I like Dobie card. Dobie card.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. Just if you got an idea, just roll it down. Let's go ahead and roll the other stuff.
I mean, sorry. Dondo, what did you say you wanted the last name to be, Nathan?
I don't care. I would probably just keep rolling.
Dondo Goldenrod. Dondo Stonefist.
How about Goldhard?
Goldhard? Dondo Goldhard. And people call him Goldhard.
Goldhard. The two Goldhard.
Okay.
And that's since he's chaotic evil, he kind of uses his name as like a deception, Ethan.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably not even his last name. He just makes it up to BS people.
Yes, he does.
Alrighty. D100 profession.
D100 profession.
It's a former profession.
He was a 1.
Really?
Yes, Nat 1.
He was an academic.
This is why he's a mastermind.
So he actually went to dwarf school, or maybe he went to school in Waterdeep.
Yeah, he went to a different school. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
From Waterdeep.
Maybe that's why he's in Waterdeep. He came here to go to school, got sucked into the watch, got a bunch of people killed, and now he's on his own.
God. And now he's just evil. He just kind of decided the world was terrible, and now he's gonna just do
All right,
whatever he wants.
D100. Let's slide everything out of the way so you can just get the dice quickly.
Yeah, since I'm just doing dice 100 now.
Yeah, just one sec.
15.
Okay, relationships. Caught thief.
Really? He has a burglar's pack, so he was a caught thief, you said?
Maybe you stole something that caused people to die. Like some sort of protective thing, and then when you took it, then a bunch of people died as a result, because when they needed it, then a bunch of people died.
Oh boy, okay. So caught thief. Okay, next. D100 again. I got a 72.
For personality, we have Praise Seeker.
Praise Seeker?
Let's re-roll that. I've got that on a different character.
42.
Introvert. Does that fit a mastermind? Are you introverted? You're kind of shy.
He might be introverted in the sense that he doesn't like being around people, but he has to be all the time. No?
I like it.
Alright, introvert. Extroverted introvert. Okay, just introvert.
Does that fit the other things you rolled earlier?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes. Okay, next.
Traits.
He's polite and has gallows humor. Doesn't follow orders.
So he's introverted, so he's constantly making little side jokes about.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. I rolled a 43 for this one.
He's always heavily armed.
I like it.
He always has 2 daggers,
he
a short
has
sword.
a secret weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, heavily armed. Okay, next one.
Quirks.
His quirk is a 48.
In fact, since he's heavily armed in the top right, add in the darts.
Darts? Okay.
And you can, in fact, put that on the, instead of there, maybe on the front page, top left, put darts.
Yeah.
You can just throw them. No, very top left. Don't erase anything.
Okay.
Just put darts.
Yeah.
And that way you have throwing. They're like throwing knives.
Yeah, 1d4, blah, blah.
Yeah. So basically you have throwing knives. So basically at any point you have one secreted on you, so you're never without a weapon.
So. In fact, I might keep one on my beard to look like kind of maybe something, like maybe a braid or something, but it's just a
where you tie your knot. So you have your knotted beard tied up, but you actually have a weapon.
And I have 2 or 3 darts, and they actually kind of hold out the beard, and the more I use, the more loose it gets.
Okay.
So kind of working.
You're probably also really good at improvised weapons.
Definitely, I'm a mastermind. Okay.
So let's roll for quirks.
13. I actually rolled a 43 original on that, so I guess whichever fits.
Roll.
Okay, 43 then.
That was immature. We rolled that for Zach's guy. Let's roll
then 13.
That was bibliophile, book lover. We have that one already too. Let's roll again.
Mastermind, academic, 36.
Gluttonous. You love to eat and drink.
Oh my gosh.
You're a glutton. Just put glutton for food and drink.
Oh, that's a wrong spot. That's fine, though. Glutton. Okay. Would you like to roll this one? I've been rolling all the D100s.
Nah, go for it. I'm good.
Sure. I'll use different dice to change the luck around. 21.
This is for goals.
Okay.
Extermination.
What? To exterminate, like...
Some beasts need to be put down. Perhaps a creature harmed or killed a loved one, or perhaps you seek to protect others from a terrible threat. In any event, something is out there and you know what you need to take it down. So I think you want to exterminate the things that killed all of the City Watch people. So we want to exterminate... The threat probably came from...
The sewers in Waterdeep.
Yeah, what's in the sewers of Waterdeep that you would want to exterminate?
A beholder. Maybe there's like a secret lair.
There's just very few beholders, so...
Maybe?
What would they...
I mean, like, he could, like, be like this... I mean, like, you know, maybe, like, only so many people have been down there. Maybe since I was part of the City Watch, we went on, like, an expedition in the sewers to make sure, like, things were good. And we ran into this lair, and something happened to where we, you know, like, lost everyone, but I guess maybe he chose me to live, and I don't know why. But I know that I need to exterminate him. You like that or not really?
Is interesting. I want to see if we have some,
something that can tie into the Dragon Heist?
Yeah, just looking.
Sure.
I was hoping there would be like a random gen table, like for random genning encounters, and see like what they've got in the. I've used all kinds of things in the sewers of Waterdeep. I was just thinking maybe like some kobolds or something.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Oh?
We do vermin. Exterminate vermin, like rats, were-rats. So there's were-rats, like,
I don't know
running
what
over
those
the
are.
city. Yeah, it'll give us
Gotcha.
it'll give us some fun conflict.
Yes, just instant player character death.
Put
because
vermin
of
down.
this.
He wants to exterminate all the vermin in the sewers.
Okay, vermin. Next. D100. I rolled
Secrets.
a 42, because 40 is what I roll with this dice.
You're exiled from your dwarf people.
Exiled. Exiled from dwarves, exiled from the City Watch.
Maybe you, like, tried to steal the king's crown or something stupid and got exiled.
I've had such a diverse background, like, such a diverse history of just tons of different things. Okay, for the next one, I rolled a 90. Tell me it's interesting. I believe this is secret, correct?
We've already rolled everything. I want to go back to quirks.
Okay.
Soliloquist.
Which soliloquy is like...
You have a habit of vocalizing your
Yeah.
internal monologues.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you're an introvert, but then when you finally do talk, you just go on like like on like a monologue.
I'll be kind of like sitting back, you know, like I'm
so you're like
respectful.
super back, like awkward.
Whenever I have the stage, I really take the stage. I'm like...
But it's almost like you're
Alright.
talking to yourself in front of people.
And once again, whenever I say I'm speaking from the character's point of view. Personally, I might not even be playing this character, so you never know. Yeah, I think that's about it for the random character gen, correct? Dondo Goldheart is his name. A hill dwarf rogue. Pretty diverse background, if I don't say so myself. I used to be... Well, I came to Waterdeep to become an academic scholar after I was exiled from my dwarvish kind and people, for a reason that I can't share. Let's just say that I fell upon some quite wondrous riches and still carry 9 gold pieces with me to this day. Quite proud of it, of course. I then joined the City Watch to try and become much better about myself, after I realized that I had to find out a job to be able to pay for everything, and yeah.
And your name is Dondo Goldheart?
Dondo Goldheart.
I like it.
Later, I realized that my knack for taking things was just too great, and I reached out and took a very, very valuable piece of something that I can't explain or disclose at this moment. And
man, it's after 1.
I ended up losing all my people with me, but I still have the item.
You want to check the front? I think that's a great summary. I like all those ideas.
Dondo Goldheart, accept me.
Cool. Yeah, I like it.
All right.
Full of weapons. So I've already filled out 3 character sheets. I was gonna fill out some other ones, but since you have 2, and I've got 3, that gives us 5 characters. Do you just want to do 5? 5's plenty.
Do that, and since you already have all the raw stats over there,
if I want to, I might do a 6 character for tomorrow. But I think 5 is enough to start with, so I might make one more or not.
Perfect. Well, I think that about wraps it up, doesn't it, Nathan?
Yeah, so for now, let's just do a quick summary. So you have Dondo Goldheart, and then Zach made Xander Ikid, who is the Kalashite human barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Malthur Jatarji, which I think is going to be the human wizard as Zach's main character. We have Lakalin Jalella as the Asimar Paladin female, which will probably be Kale's main character.
Yes.
And then Zhuzi, the Shu or Chinese-inspired human ranger. And we talked actually about, we had a couple one-off characters. I think I'm going to make Altan T. Jarassi. I think I'll make him for our 6th guy.
Okay.
Because he was the other main one we talked about.
Yeah.
So we'll make sure and get him ready to go for tomorrow.
And for the completed character sheets, last but not least, Dondo Goldheart, as we were mentioning beforehand.
Yeah, so I'll roll up him tomorrow. And in fact, I'm going to write his name down just so I don't forget to do it. Anything else?
No, I think that about sums everything up. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in once again. Send us an email at waywarddicerpt@gmail.com. It's in the panel down below. Tomorrow, or I guess tonight.
You can bring your mic over too, since Zach's gone.
True. I guess tonight we're going to be, later on tonight, technically, we're going to be streaming at 9 o'clock. Probably on the dot, Central Time. If anything comes up, though, we'll definitely be starting by 10, 100%.
Oh, yeah, we won't start at 10. We'll start sooner than that.
Exactly. So, yeah, thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And you guys have a great night. Hope you can get some rest to come in and watch later on.
All right, see ya.